honestly, YouTube was just the last thing on my mind. I also sacrificed my time with God. I became negative. I became overwhelmed, anxious. Everything just collapsed. So, and I've sinned so much, and I know that it's not possible to not sin, but there's a difference. Okay. Whew. It has been a while. Oh, my word. Okay, hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, it's been a long time since I did this. I recorded a video and it feels awkward. Shame, yes, it feels really awkward, but I'm not sure how this video is gonna turn out, but I'm really hoping that it's going to be very brief. And yeah, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time tuning in. My name is Sinotando and I make videos based on my faith and my celibacy journey. So if that's something that you would like to see, please do subscribe. And yeah, so a lot has been going on and I just want to do a video updating you guys about my life, because obviously I haven't posted in 3 months, more than 3 months. So, and I feel like it's not fair for me to just not say anything. However, I did put up a post that I will try to commit to at least 2 videos a month, and you will see why I have been struggling to put out some videos and some content. And I do have people who have actually reached out to me, close friends of mine and some people on Instagram, you know, and people have been asking when am I putting out a new video, and some people have been suggesting videos. I think maybe they thought, okay, I don't really have content or something like that, I don't know, but it was coming from a good place. And so instead of explaining myself, I feel like I just need to make this video where I update you guys about my life and what has been going on now. So this is what this video is about. So basically, these past 3 months have been hectic. It's been really hectic. It's been in all areas of my life, actually. It's been really rough. Life has been lifing. And just to give you guys some background, last year I registered for school. I started school last year. Basically, it's 18 months. It's a year or 18 months. Yeah, but it's just 1 year or 18 months. So I took the 18 months option because I thought, okay, maybe the workload is going to be, you know, it's not going to be as much as when you do it in like 12 months. Yeah. And so but it's still full-time. It's just that 2 of the modules you do it in the first 6 months and then you do the rest on the 12 months. So again, I thought, okay, I can do this, you know. So I started studying, and last year it was okay because it was just myself and my books. And this year things have changed. So it was myself and my books and work, you know. And this year things have changed in a sense that my daughter, if you don't know, I have a daughter. So my daughter, who was living with my mom, is now permanently living with me. And so with work, school, and also motherhood, it has been a lot. But I do want to mention that with my sister being around, she took she took responsibility at times for Oyana when I have to study, or like when I had to cook or something. And also we lived together, so we shared some chores, house chores. And so now my sister had a baby. She had a baby. You can check out on Instagram if you want to see that. So my sister had a baby, and if you have watched our previous videos, you know that she never wanted to be a mother. But anyway, she did have a baby, and that was in June. So in June, she had a baby and she went on maternity leave. And I think that is when everything just weighed so much on me, and I was never ready for it. I was like not ready for it, and I have been suffering since because there's so much workload. And like in the morning I get myself ready, and then I get Iana ready, and then we go to work. The house is a mess, and then I go to work, she goes to school. When I come back from work, I have to clean, I have to start cooking, and I have to help her with homework. I have to after cooking I have to help her with homework, and then I don't do dishes because I'm like, no, I can't, because the time I finish is like 8:30 already. I have to study. I have to study, and I have to prepare for tomorrow, and then I sleep very late. I have to wake up again at 5 a.m, get myself ready, get Iana ready, go to work, come back, clean, cook. Yeah, like that's how my life is basically. And on weekends I have to catch up on school because I don't have enough time to study during the week, and I'm so tired from work and from just a lot of things. I get so tired, and so during the week I don't really have that much time to focus 100% on my books. And so during weekends I try to catch up on that. Also I have to run errands, grocery shopping, like this and those pay. I have to go and buy them, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to meet with this person, I have to, Sundays I have to go to church, come back from church, already the day has gone by so quickly. I have to cook, I have to prepare for Monday. Like things have been so much, to an extent that I did not have time for YouTube, honestly, or YouTube was just the last thing on my mind. And from that I also sacrificed my time with God, which is a huge mistake. If you're a Christian, you would understand how our relationship with God is literally the foundation of every area of our lives. It's like if you remove God, or rather remove yourself from God, everything just collapse. So like everything collapses, everything, like everything. Or it's almost as if things were bad but you had peace, or you were in control or something. I don't know, but it's just like it kept me grounded to an extent that I did not feel a lot of things. I don't know if that makes sense. But then when I sacrificed my relationship with God, because I'm like, I don't have time to read my Bible. I just don't have time. I know it sounds bad because it's like 30 minutes to pray, read my Bible, and just spend time with God, I like journaling, so I also like journal about how I feel, everything. So basically when I lost that, I was not in touch with my emotions as well. I was not in touch with my spirit, my emotions, and with God. And so my character changed, and my character changed, and things just became so difficult. I lost that sense of gratitude, because that's one of the things that I would do if I would spend time with God. I would list things that I'm grateful for, and I would just always be grateful, have that sense of gratitude. And so now, having stopped practicing that, I became negative, I became overwhelmed, anxious, all of those things as a result of the business and sacrificing my time with God. And so a lot of things have gone south since. And another thing, I have been living in my flesh, if I can explain what that is, because I know that not everyone is a Christian and not everyone gets what that means. What do you mean you're living in your flesh? Because you're in your flesh, you know. But basically, most as Christians, we are called to have relationship with God, to abide in God, to be in constant connection to God. And honestly, you see the fruits of that, and honestly, it really does work, because you bear so much fruit with being in God and abiding in God. And so when you stop that and you don't live in God, in the spirit, you live in your flesh, which is you do things that are natural to you. You do things that it's like your natural response to things, to life, to whatever. Because if you're living in God, you don't really your natural response is not the first thing that comes out. You respond in like, maybe you're more patient, you're more loving, you are more kind, you are more positive, all these things that are attributes of living in God, like attributes of the Holy Spirit. So I lived in my flesh. I was impatient. I became impatient. I became very negative with work, which is not something new. Work has been also toxic, and it has been too much. I don't want to get into that, but work has been too much. But somehow I did manage to be positive, like in the midst of that. And I managed to be productive. I managed to be just not let it consume me. But then now that I strayed away from God, I became very negative, not productive at all at work, just demotivated. And so all of those things that are good when you're in God, they are gone. They were gone. And I just, so you can imagine coming back from work, feeling drained, and then having so much to do, having to clean, and then having to take care of a toddler, which also, it affected my relationship with her, because I was impatient. And if you have a child, you have a 3-year-old, you have to have patience, because they will ask you a bunch of questions. They require attention. Kids just take so much from you, and you have to be in a good place to be a good parent to your child. And so that was affected as well, because I'm impatient and I'm stressed out, and stressed out about things that I have to do, results, my performance at school, this, that. And so I haven't been in a really good place in the past 6 months, but it has been intensified in the past 3 months, because my sister is not here and I've been feeling a lot of pressure. And then Gengoku, I didn't also want to come on YouTube and talk about things that I don't practice, talk about things that I do not do in my life. And basically my cup was very empty and I had nothing to pour from. And so I couldn't come here and make videos to inspire people, of which that's not the lifestyle that I'm living. I didn't want to sound like a hypocrite. I didn't want to I just didn't want to be that person. I just can't. And I know that sometimes when you talk about God, when you talk about things that like things that we should how we should be living life, or I don't know, it's not really, what do I want to say? I think I want to say, especially when you talk about God, it's not really based on me, but it's based on God. And so I should be still be able to talk about God. But I just feel like if I don't honor God that way, then why, like, it's not right for me to talk about him. It's not right for me to talk about like something that I'm not living out, because it feels like I'm a hypocrite. I don't know if this makes sense, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it didn't feel right for me to continue talking about things that I'm not living, because I love it when I am living my life and then I can share it with people and then people can get inspired from that. And another thing is that I have been, I was saying that I've been living on my flesh, and I have been facing consequences of that, which is I've been facing a lot of temptation, and I have been like spiritually I've been very weak spiritually, and I have let a lot of sin live in me, and I've sinned so much, and I know that it's not possible to not sin, but there's a difference. I've been living in sin, and I've been angry. I've felt so much anger, and I have been impatient, as I've mentioned, and I've been bitter and unkind, so unkind. There's a lot of things. Also with my purity, I have not been guarding my heart, guarding myself in that area as well. Even though I'm still celibate and all of that, but I feel like most of it has to do with my state of mind, and it hasn't been in the right place at all. And so I couldn't also come here and talk about celibacy. Yes, I might not be having sex, but there's things that I have been, things that I should not have entertained, if I may say, things that I should not have let consume my mind. And yeah, does this make sense? Does it really make sense? Does it even make sense? I don't know. But so now where I am currently right now, I am at a place whereby I'm trying to go back to the basics. I'm trying to put God first in my life, and I know that he's gonna take care of all the other areas in my life. And I've been trying to I'm taking a social media break, so the only time you'll see me on Instagram is when I post a notification of this video. But I'm taking a social media break, and I'm prioritizing my time with God and my relationships. My relationship with my daughter, I want to spend more time with her, and also my school. And I'm trying to go back to that posture of gratitude, and just practicing every morning or every evening to identify things, like areas or things that God has been good to me, and just being grateful and just being joyful for things that I have, and just the current season that I'm in, finding joy and finding things to be grateful for where I am currently, because I know that if I'm going to wait until everything is perfect to be grateful, I'll never be grateful, because I don't think there's anyone who comes. Like, obviously some seasons are better than others, but I don't think there's any point in time whereby in your life you have zero problems. I don't think so. And so I am trying to go back to the basics and trying to put God first, and I'm trying to be a better person, to be a better version of myself, which is myself when I'm living in the Holy Spirit. I know that's the best version of myself that I can be. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm hoping that is going to affect YouTube as well. I'm hoping that's going to affect my content, and I'm hoping that it's going to just to sort, like, bring order into my life, and yeah. So I have promised that I will put at least 2 videos a month. Obviously the only time that I get to record is on Saturdays, and so I can't be recording like 4 times a month, which is every Saturday, but I'll try to record every other Saturdays, because there's also editing and all of those things. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to put that out there, and I don't know if any of this made sense, but life is rough. Also, there's just some other things that I don't even want to get into. Life has not been good. Maybe also because I've stopped looking for good things in my life. Maybe, who knows, 2 or 3 weeks from now I'll be like, actually life has been great, life has been amazing, but I just don't see it currently. So if you also have been going through something like that, this is my encouragement to you, to go back to God, go back to the basics, go back to doing the things that brought joy into your life, things that brought that heart of gratitude, and do things that make you feel positive. Yeah, guys, that's it from me. I will see you guys on my next video, and if you not subscribed, please do subscribe, and please do like this video, and I will see you guys on my next video.